in real life.
Welcome to Relaxed Guardian Podcast, episode 17, because I remember what the fucking episodes are. I am Sebs, the hostess with the mostest, and this cunt is Agritai, as you know. How are you going?
I'm alright. How you doing?
You know, I can complain, but I'm not. I can't. But no, playing Destiny. Like doing the Destiny thing. Iron Banana come out, obviously, and then they dropped that mammoth twab like a day after.
Yeah.
We did a day after our fucking podcast, like a mammoth twab.
Oh.
Like I'm classing it as like one of the most important twabs of the year to date, and it's March.
Yeah, the state of play. Well, it was important. You know, it wasn't just another, okay, we're here, a couple of bug fixes, and it's like, here's what we're feeling. It's like, here is our plan. This is what is happening, you know?
Yeah.
All throughout the year. You know, it's awesome to see. It was huge, wasn't it? It was like, and it was so filled with like information rather than just like, oh, we'll let you know later. It's like, no. This is what we're doing. We are dealing with trials. We're getting rid of emotes. We're getting rid of heavy 3-peaking and all of that.
Yeah. It's just crazy. They've given us a distinct path that they go in down. How they're going to do it, whether it eventuates, I don't know, but it is.
Yeah.
And all the way up until season 15, which is towards the end of the year. So, and the other thing I want to point out is I was right. Witch Queen is not coming out until next year.
You were right after the fact, though.
I'll accept an apology, written certificate, and signed.
No, you were right after the fact.
It's basically defamation what you did. It's basically defaming my character as a very respectable warlock.
You got it wrong, and then they wanted you to be right, so they changed it.
Well, do you think they're listening?
Oh, I doubt it. I really doubt it. I really think that it was just insane coincidence. If they're listening, then they hate me and they love you.
Yeah. So a bit of a funny thing. We were talking in the week, and I put a shout out on Facebook. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, if anybody wants to play, blah 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 blah, and all this sort of shit. And the guy popped up and goes, oh. Yeah, mate, it's like you're quite small. You're quite small. If you want to come and join our clan, you can come and join our clan. I was like, nah, mate, I'm all right. And then another guy piped up and goes, you don't want to fucking join him? He's a paedophile protector. And then they had a fucking rant about 17 messages long going, but you're a sex offender. He goes, how can you call a 14-year-old a sex offender? Well, this 28-year-old woman said that you pestered her and sexually harassed her. And I was like, so no one wants to play the game? It just went fucking... I wanted to shut down the fucking chat.
Yeah.
It just went off its fucking...
Isn't that the way with any recruiting thread, though? It's like, I just want to put it out there that we're recruiting, and then someone goes... Don't play with them. That guy's a pedophile, or like just brings their own personal shit into it, as always.
I just want to play with guys.
Play with friends.
Play with other guardians.
Yeah.
But
I want to play the game. I want to raid.
Like, it was fucking mental. It just went off, and they were so fucking angry about it, and it just wrecked the thread, and people just didn't obviously come to the thread and stuff like that.
Just delete it and start again.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like, we did the raid on the Friday, and that went really well. Somebody's kid is crying in the background. Obviously, his teeth in it still.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop.
It never stops. He's got two that have cut through in down the bottom now. They come to
they're savage.
We went through one already, and now the second one's like. How did we get through the first one?
It's alright. I never got it, so suck it.
They were bored with teeth.
They didn't fucking worry about fucking. They didn't care about fucking teeth and stuff like that. And then I got asked if I should stream, and then I was like, "Oh, I got a face for radio. Like, you don't want to be watching my face."
I don't stream with a cam though. I like to have just the gameplay up and then have our sort of voices in the background. This is the only face cam time that you'll see of me because we tried doing the audio thing and it sort of worked, but this seems to be picking up more of an audience.
Oh, so you just do like a face? You don't do a face?
Yeah, I just do just the gameplay.
Because you'd be like I was playing last night. So Seiko fucked off, and I was playing last night, and I was doing the lost sector to get the gloves. I wanted a new set of gloves, exotic gloves. So I was doing the lost sector, and they've got like this thrall tunnel, and then you go all the way down it, and then they've got a champion right at the very end of this tunnel. So you're at the other end of this tunnel, like tiny little tunnel. He's all the way down the fucking other end, and he's coming up. And he just fucking hits like a sack of shit. It's 1300. I'm fucking 1310. So I should be able to take it, but he's just fucking hammering me up this tunnel. Died 4 times. I was like, everything done. Fuck this shit.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at Facebook. Fuck this crap. I'm gone. I managed it once, but fuck.
Yeah.
He just hammering these, and it was like the barrier champion. So it's not as if you could stun him, you have to wait for his barrier to come up and then you could stun him. And he's just firing him out the tunnel. He can't miss because you're in the tunnel, you got nowhere to hide. He's just firing up the tunnel and you're fucking dead. And
I've only done one lost sector this season, and it's that one on Europa where you go down and you free all the red jacks in the cages.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, it was like the easiest one, and it's like match game, so I just put on a void. I think it was Ignoring Hunger, probably, or something void for the champions as well, and ran through that and just let the red jacks do like half the fucking work.
Yeah, and that's the easiest one. But there's all these other ones, and it just fucking got hammered. I think I got killed like 3-4 times in a row, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking this fucking ass.
The one on my favorite one's the one on Earth with in the Cosmodrome, where you just like run through. It's pretty short, and then there's like the giant servitor at the end in the open like armory area. That one's pretty short and pretty cruisy. I like that one. That's where I got most of my exotics from last season, like the helmets and everything.
Well, I'm waiting for the chest piece so I can get the chest piece. But I started a new. Me and Seiko did Gambit yesterday, and so the only thing I've got to do now is to get for my gilded title is wins. That's it. I've done everything else. I just need wins. And I did my build. So I high intellect. So I've got about 93 intellect and about 90 odd recovery. Yeah. Seiko's telling me his build. He's got 100. So he's got three 300. So he's got recovery, mobility, and I think intellect all 100 plus.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but because obviously the sunset and shit's not coming into it anymore. So we'll go into the sunset later on. But because he's just rolling in and he's just updating his armor, and then obviously with transmog you can make it look however you want.
Yeah. It's
a little bit meh because obviously you're not fighting for that armor unless another build comes out. So when I made a mistake before is like I got rid of everything, but now I've done this intellect build. So I've got Geomags on. The new mod, the arc mod on the little fucking bell thing, whatever the fuck it's called.
The artifact.
Yeah, the artifact. And
what does the arc mod do?
It gives you extra super damage if you are critically injured when you're doing a super. So if you're critically injured and you do a panic super, say, you will do extra damage.
Okay.
The full length of that super.
Right.
So I was doing my Chaos Reach yesterday. The Geomags boots will give you... So my cooldown for my super is 3.5 minutes. I don't know what the 3 minutes 50, I think it is. Geomags will finish off, top up the rest of your super as you're running, sprinting. And then obviously you can shut them down, which makes it really good. But the Geomag also will give you, every time you're doing damage, it will extend the Chaos Reach.
Right.
So if you're doing damage to a primeval,
Yeah.
because you're continuously doing that damage, it will increase the bar. So the Chaos Reach from start to finish will last about a good 40
Far
seconds.
out.
And then it'll give you extra damage, because if you're taking damage as you're doing it,
Yeah.
you get more super damage.
But you're always
On
taking
top.
damage in damn Gambit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
just insane. Right.
yeah. So it's like Seiko will like say this. It was fucking wrecking.
Mm. I can
It
imagine.
It was just boring. Like you just go,
And the health bars.
and that was what it was. And then you take a quarter of damage off it easy. It just and so like that's the build of the moment. But then there was another build that came out last year where you'd have Berserker, where it would give you more. I'll have to look into what Berserker did, but they were using Crown of Tempest,
Mm-hmm.
because any arc damage that you do, whether it's grenade, whether it's the melee attack, would give you super. You doing Chaos Reach would give you more super on top of that, because it's arc damage and arc kills.
Huh.
So I don't know whether it worked for if you had an arc weapon on, it could give you more super because it was an old build, and I'm not too sure how it goes. But they were saying that the guy was saying that if you led with a melee, because it's such a ranged melee on the Chaos Reach, and then a grenade, the Tempest grenade, I think it is, or whatever the hell it is, the storm grenade thing.
Okay.
It does like a double attack. It does the initial attack, and then it does a double attack, and then you melee them, or vice versa. Melee, grenade, bang, bang, dead. And so I was running Iron Banana yesterday, and that's what we were doing. So melee attack, they were huddled around a spot, melee attack, grenade, bang, bang, 3 or 4 dead.
Right.
And then obviously you just fucking super the shit out.
Yeah.
But high intellect, like massively high intellect.
Mm.
And I've got some really good rolls. Like I got 1 intellect came in with obviously with a plus 10 at 34, so he's up there.
Far out.
But my mobility is like 50 now, so I'm just like, I love
Jumping a bit a bit of a pain in the ass, especially being used to it. Did you always have a high mobility, or we kind of?
It was 100.
Far out, yeah. You won't be.
So I had 100 mobility, 100 recovery, but just shit all. It's. I think it's the turn.
Mobility is jump height as well. It's
with a warlock,
it's
but with a warlock
strafe and jump height.
Yeah, but with a warlock, you get that fucking huge jump anyway, so it's not really a fucking issue.
That's how stompies work with hunters. They're basically just like when you put it on, it just maxes out your mobility. Essentially, that's what they do, and that's why you can turn so easily as well.
Yeah, and then I've got the I think it's called traction, is where you your turn.
Yep.
It's a lot quicker, so that's on. I think on like the class item thing.
Yeah.
Then, so your turn is better, so you can.
Yeah. People are just asking for traction to be a built-in perk now, because we basically always have it on for trials. It's so like that's how people get such like snapshot aim when they're doing the turnarounds on. Yeah, it's just the traction just whips them.
Yeah.
And that's how they get the.
If you double up traction, do you reckon you get better traction?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm sure it's been tested.
Yeah, I would imagine so. But then obviously what come out last week, and obviously that shut everything down, is the 12-man.
The
12-man raids, 12-man nightfalls, 12-man prophecies, 12-man
everything.
Press sieges or whatever.
Presage. I think it's called. I don't really know.
Like I was looking at him in, and he was in like a 5-man nightfall, like Grandmaster Nightfall or some shit like that, like a 5-man. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, they look like so much fun, and people were just like wiping through Presage and Decent Grip like they were nothing. Obviously, because of crazy damage, but still.
There was a guy I saw a video on it. He just punching Tanics. That's what he did. Was just punching.
He just punched him. 12.
Just punching fucking Tanics. And the guy was commenting. He goes, "I think I just punched Tanics to death." Like, but they were just fucking running around with swords, running around whatever the fuck they needed to run around.
Yeah. There's background maintenance happening tomorrow on Destiny 2, so I think they'll fix that little issue soon. Probably tomorrow.
But they were asking. They actually told some people were like giving shout outs to Bungie. Goes, can we just have it for the weekend?
Yeah.
Please just let us have it for the weekend.
It was I wonder how it happened and how someone discovered that. Were they just like mucking around and someone just accidentally connected? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a weird one. There was a weird connection and stuff like that. So there's people out there that just run into walls continuously.
That's
they
true.
Run into walls and go, all right, oh shit, I can get to it. Because there was a stage where you could get into the last wish. Before it was released, you could get into the last wish and go to the chest.
Okay.
And get the first chest, that's on the bridge.
Yeah.
And I watched a video on it, and no word of a lie, it's about 20 minutes long to get to it. But it was up that thing, and you go up there and then drop down to this part and then through this wall and then up this fucking rock face and then around it.
Yeah. Just messing with geometry and it's always been a thing with any video game. I would go back to Skyrim when you used to climb mountains like this on a horse.
Yeah.
Just because of the way geometry works in games. Yeah.
But they had patched it by the time I got there. And I'm like, oh, bastard.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But then even they did that community shout out because Trials is
fucked.
It's look, yes, all right, yeah. I'm not gonna deny it. Trials is fun. So they put a shout out and go, right, if you want flawless, come with this emblem, the hack emblem, HAKKE emblem, and then what they'll do is they have a hack emblem, the other guys have a hack emblem. They come into a game together. They make friends with the other guys. They then, once they are friends, they'll roll the dice. Whoever gets the highest roll, that person will then change characters so they don't lose.
Yeah.
Then the other guys will go on to get their win.
Yeah.
And they're saying there was, I'll have to try and find the numbers.
There was 11,000 people who got a flawless without getting a single kill.
Without firing a single shot.
Without firing a single shot even, there you go. And they were exploiting the fact that Bungie's updated Trials so you can rejoin now. Because before, if you got disconnected, you couldn't rejoin. So people were now exploiting it by, if they were going to lose, they'd switch their second character mid-game, join back, and then that character would get the loss. And then after that, they would just get back to their main and go flawless eventually.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's such an extreme, and it must have been spread around Reddit super fast to get it to happen.
Because what stops them, I understand what they're going to do. They'll just shut down the rejoining issue.
Yeah.
And then possibly have issues with DDoSing where people just kick you out and leave.
Yeah. That's the problem.
So it's going to either be one.
Yeah, it's how do you stop people from doing this losing thing? You would just have to... I guess it's registering the change character from the menu without leaving the game as a DDoS loss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hard to say. It's definitely on Bungie's end on how they figure out a solution to that, which I'm sure they have, because they had to turn off Trials for the last 2-3 days of it this week because they just couldn't figure out the solution to it yet. So, if it's on this weekend, surely they've got some sort of solution.
Or just let it go.
Yeah, what does it matter?
Well, people are getting the adept.
Yeah, but people are going into Trials now, which is kind of what they want, but they're not going into Trials for the right reason.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's it's the Recubs problem as well. It's there are more accounts going into Trials, but there's still the same people playing on those accounts. The sweaty players for Recubs. It's the same deal. It's people are going into Trials for this Hake win trading system thing, but it's not really populating the game. It's just getting people weapons for free, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're just going to turn around and go, oh, fuck it, it's not going to be on until
Yeah.
it's not going to be on until we sort this shit out, and then people are losing out then because they're losing out on the ability to play the game then,
Yeah.
because obviously people are just fucking about, you know.
And it's like, what about the people who aren't like us and on social media and seeing what is actually happening here, and they thought they were just like trials just isn't on for them, for they don't know why, you know. Like, there's a massive part of the population that just doesn't check external media for what's going on in their game, you know. Even though it is 2021 and it's pretty integrated, it's like people still don't, you know. It's still a game for them at the end of the day. It's still a hobby.
Yeah, I like it. It's just people get upset. People get upset about these win trading and all that sort of shit. But like that's an exploit, and I love the fact that somebody has figured out that's a fucking exploit.
Yeah.
That we go the win trading and all that sort of stuff. We got a trials legend god, however you want to say it. Fucking super trials, and we'll ask him about there's me and there's him like full stretch. So he's coming in over the next couple of weeks. I think the 17th, I think it is. I penciled him in, and cool. So we'll ask him about win trading and stuff like that. Is it hurting the game, win trading? Is it because people are making money off it? That's the issue. People are making cash, like banked off this thing.
Yeah, but it's not bringing people. I don't know. It's a topic.
No, you are right. It's not bringing people in because people do these 7 wins and just fucking leave. There's no fight in this, is there?
No, exactly. It's not expanding the population. It's artificially expanding it because by the numbers, more accounts are in there, but it's not more people.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll ask him about it, and then what he thinks about recoveries, what he thinks about win trading, what he thinks is the end result that he wants, where he wants trials, where he wants crucible, you know, that sort of fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. This fucking twab. All right. You want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
No, I'll let you in your beautiful voice.
I know. Oof. All right. So it got released. There's a little bit of a thing on there about a guy. He fell in love. I don't want to say jizzed, but
he jizzed.
He, like Destiny, decided that I actually don't know what it is. It's one of the dev teams, but I'm not too sure. I would imagine it's the new guy, isn't it? Destiny dev team.
Yeah,
I don't know. All right, The Witch Queen, Lightfall, and Beyond. Last summer, we outlined our ambition for the next era in Destiny 2 by announcing the full arc, starting with Beyond Light, followed by the Witch Queen and Lightfall. As we began to scale production on the Witch Queen last year, we made the difficult but important decision to move its release date to early 2022. It's like, Sevzy's right. We also realized that we needed to add additional announcements chapter after Lightfall to fully complete our first saga of Destiny. We've long thought about moving Destiny's annual release to the earlier half of the year, primarily for the health of the team, but the Witch Queen and not being tied to a legacy expectations allowed us to make this choice early for 3 important reasons. The Witch Queen represents an important evolution in the ongoing story of Destiny 2. Beyond Light built the foundation and allowed us to weave the world building of Destiny and Destiny 2 together. But the Witch Queen will light the fire on the strongly interconnected narrative across Lightfall and beyond. Unlike anything we've ever attempted before, with characters, arcs, heroes, and villains that persist over multiple future releases. Even more importantly, the conclusion of these releases will also conclude the Light and Darkness saga, the conflict we first introduced with the launch of Destiny many years ago, as we've been developing the Witch Queen. We realized that we needed this release to be the first of many moments crucial to the story of Destiny. With so much leading to and dependent of what happens in the Witch Queen, we wanted to make sure that we gave ourselves enough time to build out this journey in the right way, starting with an exceptional first chapter in the Witch Queen.
Someone's just identified you as a warlock for your tattoo. On your arm, it looks like a saying you looks like he is wearing the arms of an Ahamkara.
Yeah. No, he's well. It's a crow. It's a raven. It is. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I am not the crow. I'm a better looking than the fucking seagull shit that he's got on.
Yeah, on the chest piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they've done now is they're outlining what's going on. So they've given us like a distinct outline where this shit is going. So Witch Queen. What I like about it though, Witch Queen Lightfall, that is, I think I read it right. That's the end of this light and dark.
Yeah, so the current saga of what we're playing in right now is now referred to as the Light and Dark Saga. And they're pulling a Kingdom Hearts there, and if you don't understand that reference, don't worry. But it's like this part of the story is ending, but now the story still continues beyond this. You know?
Yeah.
I think that, like, I think this is kind of a recent idea that they've had as well, because it's like for so long it was the light and dark is the entire story, and then when Destiny 2 started, they even said, Bungie said that we're dropping the darkness idea, we're not going with that anymore, that's going to be retconned, and then they didn't retcon it anymore, so yeah. I think when they thought of Lightfall and Witch Queen and everything, they're like, okay, that's where we're going to do it. That's where we're going to end this story, but we want to keep going with this story because we're making money off of it and we're expanding again, so we're going to have to think of something new after that.
Yeah. But obviously the Lore Master pointed out that we possibly could have had our first glimpse of darkness, which is the plants.
Mm-hmm.
And they say that could be the new darkness. So they could be a plant-based. Whether it's coming back into the flower game, we don't know. If that is, they've got a tie to the flower game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to steal people's ideas and stuff like that, but I will make my own decision later on. But he says they are, because they have what's the enemy that never turned up that we haven't seen?
The Veil.
The Veil, yeah. So they could be. I don't care about the Destiny story anymore. I just play for the gunplay, Crucible Raids, and Exotic Quests. But like, I like the fact I play for that as well. Ice Cold, but to be honest, it's the story is so fleshed out that it just gets me hard. But they are sorting it out. They are tying ends up though.
They're playing this massively long, played out version of clean up because of the initial launch problems where they had the initial story and then there was internal problems, so they had to scrap the story and redo it in a really short time, and then obviously like Activision getting pushed out and everything, you know.
It is a jumbled mess, but like the Lord Bife turns around and he gives idea. he turns around. He turns around and tells them that they need to fucking tie this shit down. Yeah. They need to be linked in. And one of his things, every time there's a new season come out, he goes, this shit needs to be tied together. There needs to be a reason why that is happening. There needs to be a reason why this is happening. Yeah. Instead of going, all right, fuck it, we can have the Vex now because it's the Vex's turn. Oh, fuck it, we can have Kyatal now because she's horny and she got fucking tusks and shit.
And that's what we got this season at the very start, was Kyatal showed up and went, you barely survived one of the... Well, you've barely survived a Hive God again. You are being taken over by darkness. Like, you need help. I'm here to stop this path from going the wrong way. Instead of just like you said, like we had... What did we start off with last year? We had Shadowkeep drop, where the Hive built a fortress on the moon. And Vex Invasions, which had nothing to do with anything. And then... What was it? Sundials, where we went back in time to save Saint 14. And it's like, okay...
I can understand that. I can understand the Saint 14 business because that is a standalone, and they've gone, all right, cool. We need this guy into us because he's fucking. And I can understand now why Osiris is such a big fucking advocate of that, because he is a power bottom. He's fucking with obviously Saint 14's fucking power dick. You know?
Oh, it's the best reveal we've ever had was those two being lovers.
I can just that's all I just thought is the
oh
And then I thought something. I thought right, like after I left the fucking after I left the stream last Wednesday, I was like, so on the show, what's the show with all the geeks and stuff with Sheldon?
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. You know when he makes a robot wanking hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. The necrotic grips. Do you reckon that was the accidental discharge? Is a person going,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make a wanking hand of that.
Okay.
Oh, it was worth it.
Oh, it was, so good. What do you think of Vault Space now that Sunsetting is cancelled? They need to just get rid of the idea of vaults.
What do you mean vaults?
The idea
As
of
in just store your shit.
well, sorry, the idea of vault space, like a limited space, like there's no reason why we have this finite number on storage in the game. It's like we have collections, but we can't pull shit from collections anymore. The fuck is the point in that? You just make collections like a static roll, and then you can still get random rolls of guns in the world. Okay, but you can still pull that exact gun out as they start. Anyway,
what I reckon they should do is have good guns pouring out to my vault. Yeah, well, what they should have is a clan vault. So it is 15 people in your clan, then that should add up to a certain amount of vault space per clan per person. So if there's 10 people in there, you have 500 spaces. That means you can have 10,000 pieces of item in that.
Yeah.
Because some people won't have any in their fucking thing. Now I'm completely full because I just chuck it in there and just fucking forget about it and then wait and then clean out once a year. But people may not have anything in their vault, but they get a clan vault that is by how many people in your clan. So if you've got 99 people like some of these big clans have, then they have a infinite amount. But that'll be kind of hard to fucking kind of hard.
Yeah, that's getting into a bit of a weird space. That's getting into
they don't like server.
Yeah, literally. What was that game? Anyway, yeah, big clans would just start dominating on little clans just basically because of space. I feel like
I suppose.
I just chuck if I have an exotic. Well, it's sort of just a holdover of what I used to do because the collections exist now. But if I get an exotic that I haven't had before, or it's an exotic that I've already got, but it's a better roll, I'll put the old one in the vault just in case I like it.
Well,
I won't hold on to legendaries anymore. I'm like, I don't use them. If I get a legendary that I like the roll of, I'll keep it in my inventory. Otherwise, I scrap it. I just don't need it.
Well, I use Little Light, a Little Light app, and then I'll go because it shows your vault.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the vault, and then I look like I am and go, oh, that's a good roll, but it's not a god roll. So I get rid of just the good rolls. I keep the good rolls until I have a god roll, and then take that out, and then just have the god rolls in it. How many casual players have a full vault? Or is it just the hardcore players basically have a full vault? Like
even casuals have full.
I emptied mine. I emptied mine at the end of every season. And I go through, like I said, I go through Little Light and just sit there, just dunk. And I just get rid of...
No, Vinny, I do not have eyes of tomorrow, you dick.
Oh, that's another one. So Seiko put me in touch. So Seiko's one of our guys, and he put us on to Facebook. Now, people are building like companies on clears and recurves and all that sort of stuff. So on Facebook now, and every time there's, oh, do you have Eyes of Tomorrow? We will farm Eyes of Tomorrow for you as many times as it takes to get Eyes of Tomorrow.
But you can only
have to pay us
3 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sev's 4 rocket launcher.
Because a clan vault would mean you can have one of Sev's 4 rocket launchers. I wouldn't take it out of spite. As soon as I get it, I'm deleting it. Just out of spite.
But people are paying $70, $75, or whatever it is to fucking... I don't know it because they have... You know, they go, oh, do you want Eyes of Tomorrow? You pay us $75 and you tell us when you want to do it and blah, 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 and we'll get you $75. But there's always the, reviews. These guys were great. they got me Eyes of Tomorrow in really quick, sharp, and then it's like these guys are fantastic. They got me Luna's Howl, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Blah.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing, blah blah. And it's all like people they've just written their own fucking reviews in this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just like they go on the normal account and they go, yeah, I use this service and it was amazing. I saw one and it was like, I love working for these guys. I went, oh, that's not a review, is it? You obviously just.
But $75 though.
It's not
$75 per person, so it's people pay 75 for a dinner date. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but you get laid at the end of it. You get laid at the end of a dinner date.
You haven't fucking met my missus. $75 will get you shit. might get you a fucking like a pat on the back or something.
You're just getting fucked by Ricos.
Yeah.
And not in a fun way.
Because it was the thing where Recluse, Luna's Howl, and
yeah,
whatever it was, and
Mountaintop.
You had to pay Mountaintop and all that stuff. They're paying, and some of the guys paid. Seiko paid, and he got it. Do me a favor, hand me a beer.
Oh God. Can't reach all of a metre and a half.
Shh, don't speak on my podcast. Just give me a beer. So Seiko paid 60, I think it was $60, and then possibly offered for another $30 to get. I think he got a Recluse. I think he got a Luna's Howl, but then he got offered another $30 on top of that to get Mountaintop. I'm like, it's like $90.
Don't pay for Ricos. They just
Thank
break
you,
the
Ash.
game.
Don't get off. Go away. Don't you naked.
One streamer said when you go to Subway, you're recovering a sandwich.
No, but
No,
was that?
because I can't go to Subway and make that Subway sandwich, but I can play Destiny and get a Mountaintop or get fucking Eyes of Tomorrow. You know?
When you go to Subway, you are recovering a sandwich.
No, I can't go to Macca's and then jump behind the fucking counter and make a goddamn cheeseburger, can I? What are you fucking talking about? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Oh,
That's not the same fucking thing
That's
at all.
amazing.
Oh, my
no,
God.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use next
You're
time.
gonna
Next
look
time I
like
offer
an idiot.
recovery, I'll be
You're
like,
gonna look like a fool.
I'm gonna recover a sandwich. Let's do this.
That's-
Fuck. That's amazing. That's
No.
fucking.
They're not.
You didn't
That's-
fucking pay $30 for Recluse, Vince.
Where's my $10 for making that statement? I paid $30 for Recluse. I've never paid anyone to play on my account to get me something.
Nah.
That's ridiculous.
Let's roll.
I'm paying well, you don't pay for Destiny anymore, you pay for expansions, fuck it, whatever, semantics. I'm paying to play the game. I'm not paying to have someone else play the game for me. You know?
Look, you can either get it. Like, I'm under the understanding that. Look, look. If people like the recoveries, if people haven't got the time, or
Then you don't get the thing.
yeah, but like if
That's
pe-
that's the point.
people are always going to offer. People are always going to
Oh,
offer to pay for somebody else.
Yeah.
Whether it's recoveries where a person plays your game and then you just get the guns at the end of it. Like,
Yeah.
You're just friends and stuff. Look,
Yeah.
if people want to pay for it, great. If it's not affecting me, if it's just win trading,
But that is affecting you because that's fucking the population.
true. But then you
Yeah.
look, it's hard. It's a hard stance. I'm like very on the middle that if people want to pay for it, people want to pay for it. If people want to play with it,
I'm
people
so
want to play with it.
maybe I'm just old school in this line of thinking, but it's like
Old, more like it, man. Old. as
yeah, I
fuck.
feel like I'm an old man yelling at a cloud. But it's
Fuck you, Cloud.
yeah,
You.
it's true, Eyes. People don't like being told these days that they can't have something. It's true.
Very true.
Very
Yeah.
true. But it's like I come from a time where it's like if I didn't do the work in Mario, I didn't get to play as Luigi, you know? Like I didn't get to play with the thing if I didn't fucking earn the thing. And I've played a ton of games where it's like I didn't even know that I could get this amazing unlock. I played through the rest of the time and enjoyed it. It's the same fucking thing. Play the game and earn what you earn. And you get to play with what you earn, and that's where the reward comes in. It is a new generation of gamers, and it's a strange, not strange, but it's a new world that we live in of gamers, with online streaming like we're doing right now, and just like interaction and
Well,
guides. You know,
You've
it's
got
totally different.
games now on your phone we use apps now on your phone because
Yeah.
there's games on your phone that you can't win without paying
Yeah.
money to think.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the Clash of Clans? You couldn't get certain things without paying for certain things because the time it would take would be fucking ridiculous. It just
monstrous,
doesn't
yeah.
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. On that, let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay, we've said
Otherwise,
we've
we're
said
not
this.
going to do anything. Finally, and the most important reason, we are proud to be uncompromising when it comes to our commitment to the health of our team. With COVID-19 keeping us away from our office and a large amount of work on our plates, we needed to move the date in order to make sure that both this year's updates on the Witch Queen were delivered at the quality we strive for and on schedule that made sense to everyone involved. All right, that's that crap. All right. With season 11, now this is the best one. We introduced Infusion Cap, an iteration on Infusion designed to keep Destiny's gear game fresh from release to release, and to create a healthy ecosystem for our aspirational content, while we still believe in the goals. It's clear our execution was off the mark. Well, fuck yeah, because you just fucked everything up. Infusion caps helped us meaningfully shift the meta in Beyond Light and create a reward ecosystem that was manageable to balance and monitor. But the system was also made our rewards feel like they have an expiration date and have frequently made playing our legacy content feel shallow. We want the rewards you earn in Beyond Light and its subsequent season to feel like valuable tools you can use in incredible challenges you'll face in the Witch Queen. So we're making a change. We made the decision that any weapon or armor that can currently be infused to max power will continue to be able to reach max power permanently. Starting in season 14, we won't be capping the infusion of any weapons or armor that have already reached the cap as the start of season 13. This means you'll be able to take your trusty, your falling guillotine, even though they nerfed the shit out of it, and all the high stat armor you've earned in a year to may take on the raid in the Witch Queen. So there is obviously a raid with the Witch Queen.
Oh yeah, there's a raid for every major expansion.
Oh yeah, you are right. Yeah,
I said in the chat that he reckons that Stasis is pay to win. My only counterpoint to that is no, it isn't, because Chaos Reach exists. Just gonna leave that there.
Okay, cool. While we still strongly believe that Destiny needs a method to shift our meta in the game's most challenging activities, we don't believe that the Infusion Cap are the right answer. We've taken this time this year to research and validate a plan that creates a fresh and balanceable ecosystem for our most aspirational content. One that doesn't make our rewards feel like they have an expiration date, even though they just said that. We've learned a lot this year and don't want to rush finding the best plan. So don't expect to hear anything more about this until after the Witch Queen. So,
Yeah.
sunsetting is obviously sunsetting.
Sunsetting's gone. What a fun 3 months that was.
No more sunsetting. But yeah, look, Stasis is a play to win because you can only get it if you buy the expansion. I understand that.
But
And so,
it's beatable.
it is beatable. It is beatable. Now that they're going to bring Stasis in line. So, because Stasis was so OP'd.
Warminds are staying.
Yeah, Warminds are going, fuck me. That's the rain.
I know, yeah, it was just here. It got down there pretty fast. Fucking hell.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
So, you might need to close that a bit more if you can.
Oh, I can get another. Hey!
Warmind cells are staying because armor is no longer being sunsetted.
Well, they are nerfing. So what they'll do when they got issues with like Fellwinters and stuff like that, instead of it getting rid of the gun, they'll just nerf it.
Yeah.
They'll just take certain perks off and they'll just bring it down into line instead of like just roll away from enemies. My Warmind's just maybe they should be boxes instead of fucking circles.
Yeah, weird geometry that happens sometimes.
I actually I just point this out because you can't really see it. It is a smiley face with a set of glasses on today. So all you fucking Twitch people who get upset with nipples, I have smiley faces.
So long as it's not in a sexual nature, it's fine.
Yeah. But they'll just nerf it, so it will just kind of get brought down in line with everything else. They may take the perk off where if you slide that, the range gets doubled or whatever the fuck it is. Because that's the killer. Like all shotguns should be a one-shot a one-shot kill because they're a fucking shotgun. But I think it's more the perk that the range, as you slide in, the range is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
bull,
if it-
the spread cone is what you're talking about here. It's how far this, because obviously there's slugs and spreads, but we're talking about spreads here. The Felwinter's spread is so tight at range. That's what makes it so powerful.
yeah,
Whereas every other spread shotgun like sprays out pretty wide, pretty fast. It has a quite tight one because of the high aim assist. That's probably what they'll affect. They'll probably affect the aim assist. So when you shoot, the spread's quite wide, quite fast. Yeah, making it so it has to be fairly close combat to still be a one-shot kill, and then its main power will come from its having a quick draw on an aggressive shotgun, which it'll be the only one that has that now that isn't sunsetted. But that's fine because it's like it's a sought after legendary that you have to go and do a fair few other activities to get.
The issue is you can buy it off a fucking wall now.
Yeah, but you can't
still-
because you got to use like certain materials that you have to go earn before you can buy. It's not like going with Glimmer.
Dirty fucking Bastion, man. Fucking shorties and Bastions are the fucking guns that I can't fucking use.
I've
I
never
cannot
used it.
fucking use it.
I've never used it.
But you see,
Not
but
once.
you are right because you have to have other things to buy it,
Yeah.
and so you have to have raid clears to buy it and stuff like that. So it is kind of out distance. But then if you don't raid, is it going to cause recoveries? Fucking this fucking rain, man! It's fucking hammering down. It's crazy.
It's alright, I'll clean up later. Yeah, it's. But like raiding is such an easy way to.
Yeah.
Well, it's not easy, but you can get into raiding a lot easier than you can get into trials. Like an LFG into a raid is a lot easier to get a clear on than getting a clear for trials.
Yeah.
You know, unless you, like you said, like it's a time thing. You just don't have the time to raid, so you're recovering on a raid. But then,
Look, but you can get on a raid. So I used to get on a raid all the fucking time. So late at night, 11 o'clock, there is always Americans looking for raids.
Yeah.
There's always things looking for raids.
factions will never come back.
Will factions come back?
No.
They were talking about him. No, they were talking about him. They were actually talking about him. Honest to God, I saw something and they were talking about factions. Somehow, I don't know.
Unless
You
they
are
come,
right.
Unless they come back in the way of Destiny 1, where they're a vendor that you go to and you can pick up. It wasn't bounties. You can just pledge yourself to that faction, and doing patrols and strikes and Crucible and all that would increase your reputation with them.
Yeah.
But we don't have reputation like that anymore. Who knows?
I think instead of them reworking though, Ice Cold is they will turn around and just go get rid of it. Instead of like it just we can't have time. We haven't got time to rework this shit. So it's all good. The rains drowns out your Welsh. Fuck you, Vince.
Yeah, it's. They either have to bring it back as the way Destiny 1 did it, and just it's the same system of you rank up the reputation, you get an engram, but then you don't even. They don't even have their own loot pool anymore.
I like it. I like Crucible loot though because once you've done the first reset, it changes.
Okay.
So it changes and there's an exotic at the end. So instead of the golf ball, there's an exotic at the end, and then there's shards and shit like that. There's as you go up. So the more I would imagine, the more you do it, the more it's going to change the.
Well, that'd be good as well. It'd be if it's the same as that. It's just another avenue to get more materials, which we always need. I'm always out of freaking upgrade modules, and it's so damn annoying. So if that's an avenue of you're ranking up your Crucible at the same time through bounties, or playing because it just goes up the legend rank, and then if you're the one that you're pledged to at the same time is also ranking up at the same time, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's good. No, I like that. I like the Crucible thing. Can't wait until they do it all to the other fucking things. It's just fucking annoying now.
It's so annoying seeing how good the system is now, and then you go to strikes and it's like, man, this is bad. I don't like the way they're doing the war table. It's like I don't even bother doing the seasonal challenges at the moment because I'm like, I don't
wait until the end.
Yeah, wait till the end. Like, what's the point? I can't get anything from the war table until like the last week.
Well, no, you can. You can get there's certain things, so you get gold and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I know that, but it's like, what?
But you can only get so much gold. And what I figured out the other day is my gold is all used, so I have to go back in to the battlefields to use the hammer to get the chest.
Yeah.
So it drops my gold down, so then I can get more gold to finish off all the other fucking things.
Yeah. It's. I don't know.
I just go, guessing you support new monarchy, future war cult. Then I have an argument in fucking Twitch about what.
This is what the consensus is in the chat right now. But yeah.
2 or 3 questions.
It's.
Upgrade modules, man. I look. What would happen to materials as mine again alone? Materials. I think the only reason that with the 4 worlds that are left, they are still there because people still had still materials in their vaults and stuff like that. But once, I think it's this season, they're all going. All the 4 planets have gone on the left hand side. All the materials are going, but materials are still going to be there.
Yeah, the materials for those planets are gone now. You could just sell them to Spider. But the problem is that we used to get free upgrade modules from the weekly gunsmith bounties. They're gone now. So the only way we get a free one, air quotes, is if you play Crucible a shit ton, because that's in one of the loops.
Yeah.
So that's basically the way we do it. So that's the only incentive you have to go into Crucible at the moment, is to get upgrade modules for free, or you can.
But they're gonna roll it out on everything. So they're gonna roll it out on Gambit, roll it out on. They'll roll it on Gambit. I would imagine they're gonna roll it out on the Vanguards. So.
On Strikes and probably Saint 14 soon as well.
From Banshee, I got tons. I had a look at them yesterday. I got 15,500 fucking shards or whatever, the purple ones. And I got
the legendary shards, yeah.
I got 800 of the little orange ones and all that sort of shit. I got fucking tons.
Yeah.
All right. So they said, because we won't be capping any more of our weapons, we must consider the more variables in the game balance of our upcoming season and releases. So expect to tune in when it comes to our biggest outliers in PvP and PvE. Yes, I'm looking at you, Fell Winters and Warmind Cells.
See, they say Warmind Cells, but it's like, the more people that come into my chat, the more I see of, like, I never use Warmind Cells. Like, I know they're powerful, but I just don't use them. Like I said before, I've used them once. I made one build. I couldn't be fucked constantly, like, trying to work it so I would get a Warmind Cell to drop. I was basically just killing the enemies anyway, so it didn't really feel like it was worth it. You don't use them. We don't use them for the pre-stage quest. We get through that fine. You don't use them in PvP.
Well, I think this is where Destiny kind of struggles.
Yeah.
Destiny is a group game.
Yeah.
So what you're supposed to be doing is just producing Warmind Cells for the other guys to get. You should have. What they say is you should have one Warmind build within the group, and then they will get the bonus for that Warmind Cell being in the area.
Right.
So the issue is, we are very well. My guy does this. Your guy does that. Fuck, I'm gonna kill that guy anyway. Where even though they push in for it to be a team game, it still isn't a team game.
Yeah.
Even though we run as a team, it's very individual based.
The only time it becomes super team oriented, and not even raids. Like raids, we do chaos fucking rooms. You know, like we just run around like idiots because we understand how the mechanic works, but it never really makes us go, okay, I need you to do this so I can do this sort of thing. It's like, no, they can do it. The only time it really works like that is Grandmasters, because we're just forced to be so underleveled from it that we have to do like team shooting and team healing and all of that, and really be oriented on what each other are doing.
That shit should have been instigated at the beginning, pointing out, exactly, 3 Guardians shooting 3 different enemies. Like Vince is saying, Warmind Cells I use all the time, and Rob does as well, which is great, and it's a very team-orientated build, because you will drop Warminds and they will give you a bonus to other people, like the Aeon, Aeon.
The Aeon Cult exotics now,
And so, like, we always go back to World of Warcraft, where you will have individual jobs and you have to do this, otherwise you're not going to get to the end.
Yeah.
Where you could literally overpower shit with one Guardian and you'll just fire the fuck out of it. Only like 1% doing Grandmaster Nightfalls. Yeah, you are right. We have tried them and we have got to the end.
Yeah.
They are very difficult though. It is a very time-consuming, very team-oriented, and maybe that's why it is only 1% doing it, because it's such a team-oriented game that people are like, well, I can play this game solo. I can do this solo, and they give you triumphs for doing things solo in this game.
Yeah.
Where in theory they should give you triumphs for doing things as a fucking team. Like you res this guy 50 fucking times.
Yeah.
Strife, not strifing, another strife that a different guy we know. We res you 50 times, or like you are the healer. You heal this person this much time. Like
Yeah.
maybe triumphs towards. Yeah, I normally a paladin or cleric, Rob is a thief, rogue or assassin. I usually play a wizard.
Yeah.
But maybe they need to give you triumphs for being a team player, being this, so it kind of gives you the mesh and push people out of their comfort zone and just fucking like hammering the shit out of.
Yeah, that's a pretty big subclass overhaul as well. I think, and that might come about post Lightfall with whatever, because we got Lightfall and there's one final campaign part of it after that for Light Dark Saga, and then that's the end of that. So post whatever that is, we might start to see those roles come to more into fruition of like,
possible.
We need that teamwork sort of to survive. Like spitballing here, it's like say we lose our light, we lose the darkness, we can't do the whole solo guardian runs through everything because they can keep coming back to life thing. Now it's like it turns into we need teammates to survive, and it becomes a lot more team work orientated.
Yeah, it's like that guy that went into Grandmaster of the one that the tower that goes up the red keep thing, and he just jumped behind the witch.
Yeah,
and all his guys were dead, but he sat there for an hour just throwing grenades over the top to kill her. To kill her.
Yeah,
and that's what he did. Was just grenades for an hour.
Yeah,
but his other teammate's dead. His other teammate's completely died, and he just sat there fucking throwing grenades. Like, it's a very team-based, single-based game, if you understand what I'm saying. It's team-based because you'll be playing with 3 guys, but it's just you by your fucking self.
Yeah, like, you can do it. Like, there's no need to be near each other or work together or call out, I'm hitting this acolyte or I'm hitting this wizard or whatever.
Yeah. And that's what it should be. It should be, all right, we're going to shoot that left-hand guy. Let's shoot that left-hand guy. That guy goes down. Cool, I'm going on to this guy. Yeah. This guy. In Guardian Games, the class role guys playing. Well, like, I think Guardian Games is Sparrow Racing, Vince, this year by the looks of it.
Maybe. We haven't got a confirmation on that yet. But we also haven't had a trailer for Guardian Games, which we probably will closer to when it's coming out.
But looking at the design of the characters, it's quite racing. The other one as well, I'm not going to go into it, but from now on, I think season 14, every time there's an upgrade in season, you're only going to be raising 10 levels.
Yeah, so they've removed the power grind of they would add 50 levels per season, and then there would be a powerful cap and then a pinnacle cap, and you hit the powerful cap by going, powerful drops 1, 2, 3, and then pinnacles you get 1 level per pinnacle from there on.
Yeah.
They just removed it straight down to you're at pinnacle cap straight away, and you have to get the 10 levels. And the idea of it was people were getting frustrated because they would get to the cap of the season, and then the next season would drop, and they had to do all this grinding again to get to the same content that they were already playing. So now they're just straight there, which I agree with, but
it doesn't give you the reason to grind. Though.
No, it's like, what's the point in me getting those 10 levels? Like, why shouldn't I just like what is the point in adding 10 more levels if it's like just like it's a really tedious long grind to get 10 levels from the activities that I'm already playing?
But if you work it out, you only have to do 2 weeks, and then you're at the end anyway.
Yeah.
So pinnacles will drop. Just have Sparrow Racing every week for a pinnacle. Yeah. It just look. I understand why, because it is the fact that fuck, blues are good, greens are good, shit, and then you have to dismantle the fucking greens. Fuck, now I'm purple again, and then you're using all the fucking crystals to get them up, and you just keep the same fucking armor unless you decide to do a different build and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's like, what's the point though?
No, there isn't a point. You are right. There isn't much of a point to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind the grind. I think I like being under-levered, going to a certain thing, because it reminds you that you're just not this fucking hardcore guy that you can just butt into a wall, you know?
Unless, like, they were to bring in an activity that was not a Grandmaster, but at the pinnacle cap or close to, higher than what you start off with for the season as like just something to do, and that's maybe where you get a few of your like you get more of your levels anyway. But it was like if you were playing that activity and you were getting stronger, so that activity got easier over the season just because you were playing it. That would be more interesting rather than we get, say, next season we just get a new battlegrounds, but we have to still get the 10 levels, but we can blitz through the battlegrounds without the new 10 levels anyway. Like, what the fuck is the point? And it's like, yes, okay, we're getting Vault of Glass next season, but it's just base Vault of Glass. We still don't have Master raids or anything yet, which they've said that they're working on Master versions and Grandmaster versions of raids. But they will be coming out towards the end of the year probably because they just couldn't work on the assets. But still, it's like, why do I want to go into a Grandmaster?
But what they should do is do what they did in Deep Zone Crypt. Is just have comp mode. It was already there.
Yeah.
Already there. Just comp mode. Just nerf your fucking character.
Yeah.
And comp mode. Don't have fucking Grandmaster. Don't add any more fucking champions just to it. Just put a fucking cap on it.
Yeah.
You choose it. You are fucking 30 levels underneath the fucking top guy. You have to work that shit out. Do you think Destiny 2 will lose players to outright it? Nah. I've heard it's really bad.
It's people are giving it a lot of shit because it's like they reckon that it's like a bunch of 40-year-old men 40-year-old people try to write it as if they're 15-year-old memers, and it's like people didn't like the way the story worked. They didn't like the idea of it being a single complete story and then that's it. Like there's nothing else after that.
Yeah.
The classes all were like, okay, I'm this earthquake guy, and I hit the ground and an earthquake happens, and I'm this fire guy and hit the ground and this fire happens. It all felt really samey. No,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think people will go and play it, and then, like always, they'll come back to Destiny. They might skip a season, but that's kind of normal. Like
what they're doing as well for day one completion striving, they're actually introducing triumphs. You have to complete a load of triumphs there as well before they are day one completion.
Oh, for the Vault of Glass raid, yeah.
Yeah. So and people are saying it's very slow. So once you play Destiny and it's quite fast paced and stuff like that, PvP wise, Outriders is supposed to be quite slow and quite tedious. Like to turn on, I'm going to run this guy, I'm going to run that.
Yeah,
one.
it's
slow,
closer to Gears of War than it is to Destiny. You know, it's a third-person cover-based shooter. You're not going to get the same feel from Outriders as you're going to get from Destiny. No. Which people might go and play because they want a different feel, but I don't think it'll lose it to them. Eventually people are going to come back.
Look, at the end of the day, Destiny content kind of finishes... Season-wise, Destiny content very rarely rolls up until the end of the season.
Yeah.
You usually get, like, second month, halfway through the set, like, into the third month, content will start to drag.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go and fucking play a different game. Like, we went and played Dead Island, Seiko and this fucker went and played Dead Island. And then we played that for a couple of days, and then it dropped, and then we back into it, and then I'm like fucking erect.
Yeah, and it was a good start. So it's good seasonal start as well.
So this is what I like, and this is what I'm really happy to get into. So PvP, season 15. Sorry, 3 peaking is going to get sorted. That's getting taken out because you're not going to be allowed to emote, which is going to be fucking a nightmare because. I did play once or twice, Vince. I can't remember what the fuck goes on. I know the Gorgon's there and you have to run away from it. But 3 peaking, they're not allowed to emote. So this, like the little dance.
The tutu dance that you do?
It's gone. So we can't do it unless maybe you could do it after everybody's dead.
I think it's just as soon as you go into the activity, you can't do emotes at all. It'd be way too hard to code it to be once everyone's dead, then you could do the emote.
All right, I'm gonna roll these out. Quickly because I've got another thing. Okay, across season 13 and 14, we were just in stasis in the Crucible in order to bring an overall effectiveness in line with our light subclasses. Behemoth Titan, decrease in super damage reduction, increase in super energy cost when performing light attacks. Removing freeze AoE on supercast, reducing travel and efficiency of Shiver Strike when slowed. Revenant Hunter, decreasing Withering Blade damage and tracking. Decrease slow stacks applied to targets. remove shatter dive damage reduction. Remove. Is that are they up in the fucking shatter dive?
No,
If they
they're
remove
nerfing it.
shatter dive reduction,
No, they're removing the damage reduction on the person doing the shadow dive.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Fix bugs. Oh, Shadebinder Warlock. We don't get nerfed because we're already fucking nerfed into the ground anyway. Fix bug with Ice Flare bolts wouldn't track when targets immediately on creation. Fix bug with Shadowbinder super projectiles were not tracking until a certain distance traveled.
So it wasn't working, and they still nerfed it.
Yeah. Fucking twat. But they're not nerfing. They're not nerfing how long the fucking Titan Behemoth goes for.
I know.
It goes for 40 fucking minutes.
It goes for 3 rounds of trials. Like we lose, and it's still fucking going the next round.
I remember getting fucking killed by a Behemoth, reviving, getting killed again, reviving across the other map, and I could just see the fucking coming straight towards me and fucking knocked me out again. Like 3 times I got killed by this thing.
Yeah, they're increasing the cost of the flying melee to reduce the amount of time, because that's what they do. The melee doesn't use as much supercharge as it does to just run across the map, so they'll just do the flying thing everywhere. Yeah. That's how it's getting nerfed ish.
Yeah.
Still.
But what I like though, so crossplay is coming in season 50.
Mm-hmm.
You will not, by all accounts, I'm not. This is not set in stone. I haven't read anything about this. You will not be paired with PC players until you get invited into a game with PC players.
Yeah, that's right. So PC lobbies are exclusive to PC.
Yeah.
Console players will share a player pool.
Yeah.
But if an Xbox player invites a PC player into their playlist, they will then go into a PC lobby pool.
Yes. Yeah. But I thought that's obviously to combat. That's obviously to combat the cheaters that happen PC, because obviously there's hack thing with trials and stuff and all the other random shit. This is obviously to combat the hackers until they get until rein that shit in.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the only thing we have to worry about as console players is DDoSing, and they at the moment they're onto that shit.
Yeah.
So we are good. We are all good. But what my concern? Why did they change the? Why did they change the aim assist, and then the screen shake with some of the other weapons? Then, because they were under the impression that they're changing streams, the screen shake and stuff like that because they were going to fight against PC players and stuff like that.
Submachine guns were unusable on console. So it was the general understanding that it was for the cross-play idea because of to try and bring them more online together. Obviously, that's not the case anymore, but submachine guns prior to that were just fucking unusable. Like you just went blind shooting a damn submachine gun. Whereas now we all use the new seasonal one that you get from Battlegrounds, because it's like, one, it has really high magazine, two, it just feels really good to use, you know?
Yeah.
Like, whereas PC's been using submachine guns since Recluse. They just switch up to Recluse to the next powerful submachine gun in PvE because they kill so fast in PvE, and because they can laser with it in PvE, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, look, I think it's a little bit yes, but it's a little bit fuck because PC's pool is not getting any bigger, and it could be driving people away from PC, where Xbox, PlayStation is like, oh fuck, I got another 500,000 people to fucking play with.
Yeah.
You know, is it being quite harsh on PvP? I'm on Atari. Mate, I fucking had an Atari. An Atari 64 was it, or something? 74 or some shit like that.
That was a Nintendo. Nintendo 64.
What was the Atari? It was the Atari. It was two Ataris.
3600? Am I thinking of Nokia?
I think you're fucking. But like, is it being like fuck, I forgot the name. But is it being like really pissy at fucking PC players. Well, you can't turn around and stop cheating. So all your PC players, like if 10% people are on PC and cheating, they well, fuck you. You're not having the fucking game. You're not having all this 500,000. You're now having 500,000 people in PC on PlayStation and fucking Xbox. You're not allowed to play with them because you can't. 10% of you fuckers are cheating.
It's probably a factor, but it's also very hard to balance the game so it's playable across the two different sets of platforms and still be an even playing field. Because console players or even controller players on PC get such a high aim assist, it's so many different inputs trying to converge on one another. I think the game would just break. And I think the servers, I don't think would be able to, especially they're on servers still hosting servers. So someone in the lobby is hosting the game, whereas Commodore 64, that's what it was.
Commodore 64, that's it. Yeah.
Whereas PC, like, you know, if it was dedicated servers, it might be able to handle that input a bit better. But right now, the way that the game and the servers work, I don't think it could handle so many different inputs coming in as so much infinite information. I think the game would just fucking shatter on itself. Also, I think it's a hacker thing as well. Probably a big problem. Definitely not helping. So sort your shit out, PC.
Yeah, look, they're onto it though. They're onto it. They Bungie are onto it. But then you get the fucking people go, oh, you took my aim assist. That was actually making me a better player. Well, yes, because it's aim assist. But then he goes, but then I know where I was looking. I knew where I needed to look to be able to shoot through a fucking wall.
Yeah, it was.
So,
yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, aim assist needs to be on controllers just because of the way the inputs work. It's better to have it so they're separated, I think. Yeah. Console versus console is fine. Console versus PC or controller versus PC or mouse and keyboard input. It just doesn't work. It's never worked, and it's just going to cause problems in the long run.
Yeah. But what I like as well, what they said as well below it is they need to bring light. They need to bring light subclasses up to the same issue where stasis is, because stasis you can convert certain, you can make and choose and all that sort of stuff, and you can alter certain. All right, I've got this type of fucking grenade, and this will do this, and I can add this to it, and this will do this, and all that sort of stuff. They need to start bringing fucking light subclasses up to the same stage where you can modify them like the stasis.
Yeah. It's a lot more of an RPG element to it, where you have so much more control over what you want your class to do. Right? It's closer to Destiny 1, where you had the skill tree grid.
So I'm listening to you, but I'm reading Vince's things where I just Vince
is talking shit.
It's like when I was in the army, just fucking shoot as many bullets as you can. You're gonna fucking hit something at the end of the day. But I remember, like just as an offshoot, I remember being on a range. So there's fucking 20 guys in a row now, lying down. You got the fucking guns, you got the little targets up in front of you and stuff like that. And the guns that we used to shoot used to shoot 300 yards quite easy. And this fucking sheep coming along, just fucking coming along like that. And you could hear the fucking guys going, shoot that fucking sheep.
No.
Shoot that sheep. Do you think fucking 20 guys could shoot that fucking sheep? He's about 450 yards away. So he's like towards the end of this capabilities of this fucking gun. Do you reckon we could fucking shoot this sheep? Not a fucking chance, man. Like, this fucking sheep did shit. It could, 20 guys fucking shooting this fucking sheep, man. The sheep goes, alright, I'll go. Fuck off.
I'll leave then.
Yeah. Oh, fucking dumb.
Hey, waddle away, waddle.
But it needs to be, it's back straight onto the thing. It needs to be, because at the beginning, stasis was quite OP and stuff like that. And then people have go, well, fuck me. Like little things like being a warlock. Stasis, where you could freeze, was fantastic. The super is, it's like the boop on the new Void super, the boop.
Yeah, the Nova.
Originally, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
the bubble you could just fucking go around corners, bang, bang,
bang.
But now you combat that, because obviously the Dawnblade, you can fucking fly in the air, you can fucking zip out of the way. Chaos Reach now. Seiko will atone to this. I was doing Chaos Reach yesterday in the fucking thing. With the build I got, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But they say in that the sphere for the damage as you shoot at a person, it's quite ridiculous. You could be at a wall, you could shoot at the corner of a wall, you will get damage behind that wall because of this the area effect on the bloody thing, you know.
Okay.
Right, we haven't got much long. I'm gonna fucking zip through thing. Right, Vogue. There's a lot of security shit where they're gonna do. Improve the overall health of Trials matchmaking pool, both by insensitizing a wider audience to engage and better define separation of skill tiers. So I think that means instead of it going to like connection based, it might be going back to skill tiers, skill based matchmaking.
Yeah.
Rebuild the Trials reward structure so that it encourages more players to stick to the active cards longer. Our current structure encourages a lot of recycling cards after single losses, meaning the first games of your Trials card has a high chance of being incredibly challenging. So they have been listening to people and they have been seeing what's been happening. We want to build a reward structure that continually pushes higher skill players to want to progress deeper into their cards, even after a loss, making it 3 to 5 wins a more achievable goal for more players, which I think is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Investigate opportunities for solo players to participate in Trials regularly. So this is single matchmaking Trials.
Yeah. Maybe. They might be implementing a matchmaking system where you can go in solo and just get paired up with other solo players. Yeah.
As Striven said, it would be a nightmare because you could have some fucking god tier fuckers and then he's just fucking with two fucking Seikos, you know?
Is it gonna be another like Seiko? Is it gonna be another
Trials is too much about sniper players winning. Not really, not at the moment because they've nerfed the snipers. So if you get they've nerfed the sniper so the zoom is a little bit different. But if you get hit, your fucking reticle goes up in the air and it's more difficult.
The recoil is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I was trying to say is solo Trials playlist going to be the same as the solo competitive playlist where you just go in and they just... It feels like Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking in the old days where if you were the best player in the lobby, you would get put on the team with the statistically worst players on the team, and then the other team would kind of be a middled out, balanced team, and that caused a lot of problems, you know, because statistically you average out the same, but you're not the same, you know?
Yeah.
There's like a massive skill gap difference. If that's the same thing with the solo Trials playlist and skill-based matchmaking, that is going to be a huge problem because it'll incentivize you to have a very average KD, which is like 0.3.
Yeah. Seiko.
Can't deny it, it's true. So someone like me, and I'm not even an amazing player, but I've still got a 1.4 at the moment in Trials. I'm going to appear to be the most skilled player on my team and then get the really, really low end ones, and the other team will be quite balanced out and middled out. And I'll just get fucking whopped.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Who knows?
Look, I think it's the right direction. Without a doubt. It's the right direction, but it's going to require tweaking. Snipers feel so good this season. They do. Cloud Strike is a fucking beast if you can use the fucking thing. I aspire to get 0.3. Yeah, look, I struggle, man. I struggle. I'm usually the over fucking wash. I don't get the kills, but I can get like. Then there's the Vault of Glass. The Vogue is coming back. Also, Ada 1 is coming back, and that's where Transmog is coming back, which I'm very happy that she's been brought back. I don't think she should be just as the Transmat type of thing. I think I'd like her to have a better play in the game because I think she's such a fucking cool little character.
Yeah.
Vogue is...
Well, yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
VOG is coming back. It is going to be day one raid and stuff. They have changed certain things about it, which is going to be fucking great. I think that the armor and all that sort of stuff is going to be exactly the same, which is fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But then the day one raiders, like I said before, they have to do triumphs to become a day one.
Yeah, so there's a series of difficult triumphs that you have to clear along with the day one raid. I'm guessing that the triumphs will be linked to challenges in the raid?
Yeah,
That
I
would
would
be my
imagine
guess.
so. I would imagine so. It'd be like what Deep Stone Crypt does, where
Yeah,
you can roll in and you have to do it with a thing.
yeah.
So they might be complete in the raid like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I think that'd be the case because they can only change the raid so much, and like people have said, they change the mechanics and whatnot, which I don't think they can do too much.
No,
Because it'll be a brand new raid essentially. So what might
Yeah.
happen is they might change the order of the way the oracles appear, where the Templar spawns, and probably
Yeah.
the maze for the Gorgons and how you get through that. Be my guess is to maybe the jumping puzzles just after the Gorgons as well might change a little bit, but I doubt it's going to be extreme. I don't think
Yeah.
you're going to get a brand new encounter. That'll be too much for them to develop.
no, it'd be ridiculous. They might add some champions and stuff like that in there, so you have to have certain weapons and all that sort of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Do you get a gift? Do you can gift? Do you,
This is Vinny's trying to say, back on the trials subject, that he wants a trials win to donatable.
We
Between
look, mate.
families.
If you wanna spend the time, we'll take you through trials. We will think you up. But like, try comp, man. Try comp on the single player on comp. It's very, very good to get your skills up. It is
Yeah.
fucking good to get your skills up.
Yeah.
And once you can kind of hold your own in the fucking in comp, then trials is just a fucking basically just more sweatier walk in the park, and they will hand you.
Yeah.
But it might change. It might change with this extra thing. I like the skill matchmaking. I like it. Hopefully it does go skill matchmaking because you get put into things. Because like how many times like they know that there's an issue because as you walk in, the fuckers had fucking 37 fucking trials wins today,
Yeah.
and they fucking glow into high heaven, and you just walk in with a fucking pistol going.
I'm going to try. Do you,
Pew, 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 pew.
before we end up this last question, do you think it's time for elimination to leave trials and we get a different game mode to play in trials? Or do you think elimination is too synonymous with the trials idea?
Well, didn't they have the bomb?
Yeah,
Disposal one.
with Trials of the Nine, they had Countdown, which I'm pretty sure was the bomb one, and then they had Survival, which is what we've played before, where if you get reses, it takes away the point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you had to get the respawn to confirm the kill.
Look, I actually don't mind what Trials is doing. Like,
Showdown.
It's-
Sorry, it wasn't Survival, it was Showdown.
like I don't mind the way Trials is because you take the 3 out and that's it. Why should you need a bomb? I have to run to a bomb and
Yeah.
run to a bomb because sometimes people would just fucking to the issue with that is they congregate everybody together, so everybody's around that fucking bomb trying to trying to get it, and then you can easily get the win, like by either cloud strike and then kills
Yeah,
everybody.
you
or
get
a big
so many,
fucking
like,
raid in it,
Especially
stuff like
Stasis
that.
now, I don't think Countdown would work because it's just such a sort of ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Seiko said, I like what it is now because it gives you the opportunity to kind of go, I'm going to flank, and then you come around the other side, or I'm going to do this, and it gives you the opportunity to do other different maneuvers. But if it was, I have to go and fucking get this grenade, you are funneled into that. Excuse me, you are funneled into that area. Oh,
Yeah.
Either or, because there was 2 points.
Yeah. I don't know. I would like Showdown to be at least one weekend and see how it works because
But what stops them? What stops them going? All right, this is the map now, normal. But then next week it's going to be Showdown in the same map.
yeah,
So every
exactly.
map is-
Rotate the game mode,
Yeah,
maintain the map. I think a single map used to work great in Destiny 1. That's how it was for the longest time on Burning Shrine. It was same map. It was always elimination. But try it on this, same map, rotate the game mode through,
Yeah.
and maybe bring in like a third fucking game mode.
Well, how many days you got? So you have a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. There's 4 days.
Yeah,
But you can rotate it every other day. I don't know how asked that would be.
Yeah, I
But
don't know either.
every other day, different fucking game mode.
Yeah.
Yes, Titan Bubble is ridiculous because you just sit there bang fucking Titan Bubble, you can't fucking get touched.
Yeah.
There's too many fucking OP supers now that you can just shut shit down and just I'm gonna fucking think
Yeah.
this.
Titans have an insane amount of defensive capability. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he burps on stream like it's normal, then stutters and says, "Excuse me, man, the Welsh are wag." Man, better out than in. Fuck you. I'm 5 beers in. Fuck you all.
I don't give a shit. Oh no, he burped.
And then they turned around and said, "Ikora's coming back," and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
But
Whoopie fuck.
yeah, well, crossplay on the Masters. They will be doing beta in season 14. Some have noticed that Ikora Ray has not been nearly as present, and she'll be back. Some, all of us have. And then they talk about the gilded system, and then they kind of try and just things off. Look, at the moment, I fucking love the gilded system. I think the gilded system should be here to fucking stay. I think it's fantastic.
It is here to stay. But they're just adding in what everyone said it should have been in the first place, where once you gild it, you get a little tally saying that you've gilded it X amount of times, starting next season. Which is fine, because it wouldn't have mattered if we had that this season, because we wouldn't be able to tell anyway, besides the fact that it's gilded. So it's like, fuck. It's like, at least it's not like we're missing a season of it, or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm fucking... Or is... And that's it, mate. That's the
end, yeah.
That is the twab.
The state of play.
Any guys, questions, guys? I know we've been answering questions as we've been going and stuff like that, and the responses that we've got on the sides are fantastic, guys. And I did, as we were talking, there was nobody in, and I put a fucking post up on Instagram.
Yeah.
I put the one, the Relaxed Destiny podcast is motherfucking on. It's live. And as I've been going, I've been getting likes and shit like that.
Oh, nice.
So it's
get into the freaking stream and come support it this way, guys.
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
So look, we are, like I said, we're so appreciative of everybody that comes in, even Seiko. We had it's so great having. As we talking, we're having questions running down the right-hand side on the Twitch and stuff. We appreciate everything that you fuckers are doing for us. Look, bigger and better fucking things. We are, I don't know, we're looking into merch. We are looking into merch.
No, surprises. Surprises.
No, we're looking into merch. We're not, nothing's coming out yet, but we are looking into this shit.
We are looking at monetizing, and yeah.
Seb's becoming a teenage girl who's involved in the idea of liking people liking his posts. Thanks for putting the effort in, guys. Look, I got a different Instagram account with about 1,000 subscribers on it. So shut up, Seiko, you fuck.
Yeah.
But thanks, like I said, thanks a lot, guys. We much appreciate it. We have a Discord channel. It is completely open to anybody, so whoever wants to come in, doesn't matter if you're Xbox, doesn't matter if you're fucking PC, we talk shit into it and stuff like that. You can use it as an LFG platform if you're on Xbox, like Striven is Xbox player. He uses it just to have a general chat with us, guys. It is open to everybody. We will put the link down all over the place.
Yeah.
Come in, guys. Come in and have a fucking the crypto Discord. Come in and have a conversation with us. Come in and
That's not a command.
I'll
put the link in the chat afterwards.
I'm trying to find the link. I can't find the I'm not looking.
It's set up as a permanent. Anyway, we'll get it.
But whatever it is, guys, thank you very much. It's fucking great. Okay, up to you.
That's it for me as well. I'm going to raid us into someone else tonight. I'm not going to be streaming tonight. I have so much uni work to do for the rest of this week. So normally I'm on live Wednesdays to Saturdays. This week I'll only be on Friday. Just assessment week. Need to get that done. So
we will be raiding Friday. We will be raiding Fridays, guys, on DCS. So look, if you want, we will be running the guys through. We will be trying to do a second run. So if you fuckers
LFG
If you
night.
are-
We'll be
if you
doing
are PlayStation,
LFGs.
come into the Twitch. Good luck on your new work. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night. Great, mate. Thanks a lot, Striven. I will be playing Seiko, so get your fucking ass on the PlayStation. All right. Like I said, fuck you all. I'm out. Peace.
Oh, shut that up. Alright, peace all.